Let's see what this does.
All right.
So the question is, are we now successfully streaming on Twitch after doing various troubleshooting?
Julia, Mulberry Man?
I don't know.
So far, it doesn't look good.
There's that.
Well, you heard the diagnosis. Trying to figure it out.
Let's see. I tried the whole. That's off topic.
This brings us to a day in the life of streaming.
Yeah.
Where everything can go wrong.
Well, it appears that Twitch is not working for us.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the plan? Do we want to try again a little bit and do some more troubleshooting? I don't know what we would do. Or we can stream to YouTube and have some fun. Or option C.
Wait.
What?
What's
Look at that.
It looks like
Are we back?
We're super delayed on Twitch though.
Interesting.
That is. All right.
That is the weirdest thing.
That's super weird. All right. Hello, Twitch.
Hi.
Hello, everyone.
Can you see us?
I guess we're live.
I would love to hear some chat from Twitch if we are now successfully
Signs of
streaming
life.
to you. I think you joined us. What is that? In media res? Is that a thing?
That is a thing.
Strangecraft, thank you.
Aha.
We have started it.
Awesome.
After some
There you
hard
go.
surgery, we are live on Twitch.
Well, if Twitch wanted to throw off our game today, we got thrown off pretty good, but we're going to take it in stride,
Yeah.
and we're going to repeat what we, well, we probably don't want to repeat the fact that we were talking about secret features the first time.
No,
yeah,
right.
that's in the
Like,
past.
we don't want to disclose upcoming
It's fine.
plans.
Yeah.
So sorry if you missed that, but I did want to tell everyone, by the way, welcome to Playfulverse number 25.
Welcome again. Especially folks on YouTube that were here the first time when Twitch wasn't working, but YouTube was.
And you guys get to hear my same pitch again. There's a land grab afoot. Back when Brainsmoth started the original Playfulverse world, I have 2 Steam accounts. I went and claimed all the land I could claim with both accounts, with every intention of using that space someday, and I never got around to it. I feel really bad about it. And so now, today, I decided I will unclaim all of those pieces of land, which are in high traffic areas next to the where a lot of the welcome people play.
That's great.
Welcome center. So
Yeah, I think you claimed like right in walking distance from where I originally set up where that big robot is now. And that's like where the original welcome center is. So very good real estate up for grabs. Pristine.
one account is completely released, and by the end of the stream, the other account will be completely released. They're right next to each other. You know, sometimes you just have to realize that stuff isn't sparking joy. You have to thank it, and you have to give it away.
That's what I heard.
That's great.
I think those were, that's
That's
a quote from you, right?
You read my line, but I think you read it better, and the
Sorry, I stole your
delivery
line.
was great. Also, I would like to say thank you, Mars, for the rating with a party of 14. That's awesome.
Whoa, thank you.
Kodak Bear rating with a party of 4. That's great. And thank you for the host, Positive Aries. That's awesome. Thank you
guys.
so much
Great
for
stuff.
taking that time.
That's awesome. We started the rating last time. It was just a Playfulverse.
Rate.
And now it's, you know, you pay it forward and now it's coming back to us.
Yeah.
Like a boomerang.
It's like being in the Starbucks line and somebody buys you coffee, except for that never happens to me.
You just hear stories of that.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
like
like,
a
I've
urban
had
legend.
that happen to me once.
every time I've wanted to do that, the person in the back has like 4 people in the car. So I'm just really hesitant, like, because I'm like, oh no, what, you know. But it could be that they all hate coffee and just that one person likes it.
The thing is, I had it happen to me before I knew it was like a thing. I had no idea what was going on, and so like somebody told me the person wanted to pay for my coffee. I said, cool. I just took my coffee.
See you
and
later.
left.
I feel like that's
I had no idea
awesome.
you're supposed to pay for the car behind you.
I love that. That's awesome.
Sorry.
It's almost as awkward as like when I get there and they're like, ma'am, could I see your card? And then I give it to them and then I just drive off and then you have to go back. It's so
Yeah.
embarrassing. Kodak Bear says, I don't know about Starbucks, but somebody paid for my bill at Olive Garden. That sounds awesome.
That's awesome.
Free
And thank you,
olives.
Mr. Creativerse, Mrs. Creativerse, sorry, for hosting, and Sunstar Seeker. That's awesome. We're gonna get into some worlds today and check out some cool builds. How about we do that, guys? You ready?
I think we should.
Awesome. So I'm already here at our beautiful Playfulverse where there is a land grab. Nice. But let's see. I'm gonna start somewhere else.
Oh.
Yeah, throw it for a loop.
So Barbara, you went on the forums in various places and said, hey guys, let us know what we should go visit, right?
Yes, apparently there were some things that we didn't check out last time on Serenity 5. There's some new builds coming up, and
nice.
Some unlucky fried chicken told us we
Even
should
if
check
we
it
go
out.
visit these places, 9 times out of 10 we don't find the thing that the person is talking about.
Yeah.
So there's always more to see. Like when Avatar Alice was like, hey, I built something amazing new. It took me 45 months. Come check it out. And we went and we just spent 20 minutes wandering around the opening area that we'd already been to. We're like, this is amazing. And then she's like, you missed it all, you guys.
We're terrible at finding things, apparently.
Yeah.
We'll have to get better at that.
You just have to teleport us like directly there.
Well, that was the
because-
message last time. You really have to just treat us as if we're very dumb and just have a sign right away. Hey, dumb, go right here.
I
And
like
then-
the saying, treat me like I'm 5 years old. You know,
Yeah.
give it to me
That's
like...
a popular saying.
I mean, technically, when we are live streaming, we are very dumb because we're doing like 5 things at once. We're
Yeah.
trying to read all of your chats and think of really meaningful answers to your questions. And we're trying to play Creativerse, and we're trying to battle our crippling social anxiety, and we're also playing a game of footsies underneath
Yeah.
that you guys don't know about.
Yep.
Yes.
Until now.
And let's see here. Have we been here before?
I don't
It does not look
recognize
familiar.
it. Recognize that screenshot.
Interesting.
Avatar Alice said she fixed it so you can't miss the new stuff. So if we have
She's like,
time,
"You
maybe we could go
dummy."
check that out.
At the cost of it being a perfect Disneyland. Now it's Disneyland plus a
Should I
giant sign
jump?
for streamers saying, hey, go here.
Oh.
It's a cool little area. I like the lighting.
Oh. Yeah, the lighting is very, very soft glow.
Some cool kind of robot type builds.
There's a lot of boxes, a lot of cargo. I
Like
like it.
crates,
Yeah.
some
It's
barrels.
like it's like the friendly
Crazy world.
set of Alien, but nice. I give it the old thumbs up. What do you think, Steven?
That's your favorite way to react. So I think that's perfect.
We were talking about how I hate the thumbs up on Facebook. I don't know if any of you have this similar reaction to it, or I'm just really sensitive. But it always comes off as really sarcastic. And I mean, my sister could do it to me, and I'd be like, "What? What'd you say?"
How dare you?
It's horrible. I think you could do a sticker or an emoji, like a different emoji. You know?
You see, you want more kind of meaningful reaction.
Yeah. I just want to be acknowledged. At the end of the day, that's what we all want. But Steven, you said that it doesn't bug you, right?
Right. I feel it's just a neutral acknowledgement of like, hey, I see the thing.
You see,
and I have a
that's-
neutral or positive or lightly positive reaction to it, and I'm letting you know about that.
That is so terrible, though, because I don't want anyone to have just like a neutral reaction to me.
So I think you have to reevaluate your expectations here of what you're going to get out of Facebook.
I think I have high expectations for people, and I'm trying to work on that. But at the same time, like, if I'm not gonna have them, who's gonna have them? You know?
Yeah. I like that
See, we're on this
colorful
industrial
galactic
fence
LEDs
here.
going there.
Yeah, these are great.
This is Unlucky Fried Kitten's World.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure I've seen some of this in screenshot form.
Yeah,
I
but
think-
being here, it's completely different.
Yeah, I think Unlucky does a lot of really
Look at
cool,
this.
using those galactic LEDs to make nice runways and kind of industrial / futuristic, well lit, very colorful kind of stuff that really it tickles my fancy.
Tickles your fancy?
You know.
Yeah, I've been digging a lot through screenshots on our Steam Hub lately, and there's a lot of familiar people. There's like maybe 5 to 8 people who post
How do I get
most of
there?
the stuff on there, and Unlucky Fried Kitten is one of them. And his or her stuff is amazing. I love it, and a lot of it is actually blueprints.
Yeah. And we have some of those featured now, like some new ones up there, and I think 2 of them belong to.
Do you want to
Mr.
pop up the menu? We can show folks what we're featuring right now.
So here, we got some classic ones in here, of course. Well, we have this evil genius island hideout, which is really pretty cool.
It's a meatball, I believe.
It is. Gothic Basilica, a haunted house, because it's always Halloween in Creativerse. Medieval Inn by 2 gaming girls, which is super great. I don't know if you guys have been there to the medieval village that they're building, but they have this excellent pub. A medium yacht when you want to feel luxurious. Space Blazer. And this Forbidden City.
Here.
Yeah, I think you can.
We have some folks visiting us.
Hello.
If you missed it in the little tiny video corner.
Yeah.
The Playful video corner. Welcome.
Hello.
Hola. One thing we realized is that it's really hard to hear folks in the back. So
what
we
you're
can
saying
do
is I
that.
should shout.
You should shout. Or we
Okay.
could do the Stephen,
Project.
if you want to grab my fancy microphone stands.
Ooh.
That one right there, the unused one.
I have no idea what you're saying.
The trash can.
He didn't want to say trash can.
I gotta
but
show.
he
I gotta
had
show
to.
off this new fancy. This is my fancy microphone stand.
We're gonna link our Amazon account to this one right here.
I think
it's
it's
classic.
I think it's $10. I think it goes on sale on Amazon Prime Day. You can get 3 for the price of 1.
It's a head-on, probably.
Are you a trash can affiliate?
I'm a trashy affiliate.
We're influencers for trash cans. So,
Okay.
all right,
Let
let's
us
see.
know if the sound is coming through.
Sunstar says this feature needs more sunscreen. Harley Quinn says, hi there, Barbara, Dave, and Brain. How can I join the Brain Sloth cult? Newcomers.
That's me.
Positive
Yeah,
says,
how
thank
do we
you,
join
humbling
that?
so hard right now. I
I'm
think
not
I
the
like
one to
that
ask.
phrase. Humbling so hard right now. The TARDIS is on there. Yes, it is. It's pretty awesome. People sneaking in behind, hides and whispers. Yes, yes, yes. Welcome. Julia, thank you for the compliment. Setup is getting more professional. We think that the trash can, it really just gives us this
Certain
this
authenticity.
steam.
Yeah.
The production value is off the charts.
Look at this. Nice.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. Like that's a mix of. So those Adobe bricks are always perfect for just random making of shapes. That's what Haruka-san used a lot for those giant mob statues, because we have all the shapes for them just about, and they're just kind of neutral tones, and you can use them to build, things with a lot of contours and stuff. And then mixing in like these
I love the
medieval
medieval lamps there.
lamps for a lot of just
Very
iron
ingenious.
detail, and of course, industrial gears and stuff. It's a cool combo.
Wow. I love it. He looks like a cute little robot bug.
I like his little hands, which are shelves with slabs on it, it looks like.
Check that out.
This one in particular, I know for a fact, is on the Blueprint Workshop.
Fresh off.
I'm going to see if I can look up the name.
Oh, very cool.
Because apparently when you search by the player name, the search is not as good.
Oh, yeah.
Did you search for cute little robot bug?
I didn't try
That
that.
was your first mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Galactic Sleep Pod.
That's kind of cool.
I like this.
The beam coming through a pillar of water.
Yeah. I want those chairs for my house.
Very fancy. Sacrifice a pixie on the altar of sloth.
Oh, man.
This is getting creepy.
I don't know what you do. I really don't, Steven. This is.
I heard a rumor that you were trying to drum up your own cult on
It wasn't
Discord.
a cult. It was just a Lumite tower, which Mars and Lankar built, which is pretty great. And probably other people. I'm sorry for missing your names. Did you see it, the Lumite tower?
I think I saw one shot
I
of
don't
it.
think it's open yet. I don't think it's a public.
Yeah, well, that'll be a visit once it's
Yes,
up, so we can see it in detail.
will. My throne.
And it's like built in your honor.
It
Is
is.
that the idea?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's not a cult. I like to say that it's, I like to say
It's a gathering of like-minded individuals. It's a small gathering of individuals
it's guys.
that worship the sun.
Guys, it's a family. I don't know what the deal is.
It's community is what it is.
Oh,
Community.
no.
No. It's a fine line.
Did you guys sing Barbara a song today?
Well, just as every day, no.
We haven't today.
I have rights. It's fine.
I'm going to keep you out.
Yeah.
I like that kind of airlock
Not to be trusted.
that you're walking through.
Look at this. This is so super. I just don't know how to get anywhere.
Yeah.
Sad face. Yeah, Randy, he likes to sing, right?
Do you like to sing?
I like how you looked at Brian.
I know.
It's
It's because
confuses both
we
of
explained earlier that we're really dumb when we're on live streams
Oh,
because
okay.
we're trying to do 5 things at once.
Gotcha.
So
Well,
that was a misfire.
as the hardworking Randy.
Hard-working Randy.
That's right.
Hard work.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot the hardworking Randy.
Every time you come in, it's just gonna be like, hard-working Randy.
I give my own theme music.
Yeah, you do.
That's pretty good. That's better voice than I got.
Yeah, I know.
That tunnel's pretty cool, Barbara. We should go there.
Down here?
Yeah, the one that was just in the. Was it down there? No, it's up above.
Whoa.
It's that guy. Yeah.
I don't know, I'm scared.
Yeah, I don't know what it leads to.
I really do love this area. This is so great.
What if I get run over though?
Well, you might.
By the brain sloth cult,
Yeah.
Yeah, they're everywhere apparently.
It's true.
competing cults.
Yeah, we were thinking of doing a live stream for like Playful karaoke. And
It's
Randy's
really a
gonna
cult
be
of
the lead.
personality. Oh, I couldn't stand it.
The cult of person, really.
I couldn't resist.
It's great. There was a spot to go in there. I'm so curious.
Yeah, I like that. Looks like a lift.
It's really well done. The attention
Yeah.
to detail is
Yeah.
fantastic.
Wow.
Very cool. So this is we just looked at a lot of stuff all in just one little area of this world.
This, I wonder how long this all took.
You guys have made a
Years.
really good-looking game. Can you just take a moment to appreciate how awesome the game is to look at? It's beautiful.
I try to appreciate it every
This is
day.
an amazing build. I love all of this.
Yeah, I like how that spaceship kind of has this hover thing going with those beams.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of reminds me of a party barge.
A party barge.
A party barge.
Oh, I
Okay.
can see that.
Yeah.
There's people in there just paddling.
Right.
Let's see. Stagecraft says, no, it's just your fan club, Barbara. Nice, I like that. I already have someone volunteering to build the
AKA
altar. That's
cult.
pretty cool. And let's see. Oh, JoJo added the roof to the Lumite Tower, which is really great. Random Insanity wants Randy to sing us a song.
He's the only one.
He's the only one.
I want that too.
Let's see. And there's a question here. Is there a PlayfulDavid cult?
Boy, I hope not.
This is great. All right, let's check up some more things.
Yeah.
Shall we? Exit. But that's great.
Yeah, thanks for the invite to your world, fried kitten.
That's the song.
We.
The restaurant.
Yeah.
I'll go back there anytime. So.
I know where you're going. with that.
Also, just to let you guys know, I have finished unclaiming all but 2 squares of my land.
Go
so
west.
go into the original Playfulverse and claim some high real estate land if you want it.
Ooh, that's the expensive land.
It looks like
Yeah.
Avatar Alice is going to make you a cult.
All right.
Just what you asked for.
I don't know if that's how that works.
You know what? You deserve a cult.
You deserve a cult today.
You've been so good lately. We're going to give you your own cult.
At what point does it go from fan club to cult? Like, where's that
When
line?
they,
Besides the big picture of your head, like, right?
That's one of the key moments.
That's pretty much the key tell.
Yeah.
And
They start making hair dolls with, with your face on it.
I think it's when they start sending you like
The hair
objects.
dolls?
Yeah, the hair dolls.
Hair dolls with needles in them. Those are the ones I get.
JoJo says, I plan to build a barber shop for David's awesome haircuts. And a restaurant palace for Barbara.
Using his hair.
And then a dungeon for pre-sloth. Sorry, you have killed me too many times in that one.
Well, that is true. I killed JoJo too many times.
Random Insanity asks, David, why are you unclaiming your land?
Oh, so I was explaining earlier that back when Brain Sloth made the original Playfulverse world, I went in. I have 2 Steam accounts, my Playful one and my personal one. I went in and claimed as much land as I could with both, with the intention of building something super awesome on there someday. And I've realized that I've never had time to do it, and so I said, this isn't fair. I should free up this like awesome land that's in a highly, trafficked area for other people to use.
Yeah.
I did keep 2 claims for myself, and I think that that's a little bit more doable for me. I can build something cool in 2 claims.
Well, see, since you're getting your cult,
I feel so
you
claustrophobic
could just,
right now.
ask them for a little help. as
Yeah,
well.
you could do your land here and then unclaim just the surrounding ones.
I've just set myself up for like that is the perfect place to build a cult to me. Dang it. So I hope somebody who doesn't want to build a cult.
Oh, did you find the exit?
No.
Pledge your loyalty to me.
Oh, is
Yeah.
Rainbow in the way?
Oh wait, I'm at a bigger place.
This is a really trippy
cool,
area.
but
It's a little disorienting.
A little tricky to navigate though, huh?
So the floor, there's a few tricky things going on. The floor is made of,
Whoa!
whoa! Oh, there you go.
You fell out.
Oh.
It's made of columns and things that are not just a flat floor. And so it kind of felt like, I don't know, that you're having some trouble traversing it. And then it was hard to find the exit. Just it's a little disorienting. Here, Rainbow. Hanging out. Enjoying the last of
okay,
the
so now we can look at it.
of the holiday
It's
event.
just this massive.
That's very cool from on top too. You were on the interior.
Julia Maluka says we're a bit loud with this microphone. I can just turn down the gain.
I blame
Yeah.
We
Randy.
can just whisper.
You should.
He's
Cool.
hardworking.
I will turn it back up when Randy decides to finally sing.
So any minute now.
Any minute now.
Can I
Let's
something
see.
in my ear?
Oh, I know a pretty appropriate song for today.
What is?
Oh yeah, I think I might know what you're saying.
Yeah, so I think it goes a little something like Happy
birthday
to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Barbara. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, you guys are awesome. Thank you. That was so sweet.
The best part is it's not even her birthday. No,
That's just my go-to.
I was just waiting for you to crack that joke. I knew it was coming.
I'm kidding. It is. I think that's what she says.
It is Barbara's birthday. Happy birthday.
Even in the world, you're getting some happy birthday messages. That's pretty good.
That's awesome.
Sweet. Oh, I see something here. I'm just doing what I always wanted to do on my birthday, play Creativerse.
Yep. Ooh.
We're in Zoff's zone.
Everyone, come join me. Let's do things. Because it's also the last day of Elfi.
I was just about to ask if you guys had
Yeah.
talked about it.
We have not yet.
You
You
haven't?
We're
want to?
waiting for you.
Oh, sure.
Take it away.
So, tomorrow we are going to be turning off
tomorrow.
Elfi's Wonderland. It'll be about noon on Central Time. So you still have a little bit less than a day to try to get your last little bit of items, claim your last tier rewards. Anything that you've already gotten into your possession won't go away. You'll just lose the ability to get any new stuff.
Right.
So if you collected recipes for friends, those won't go away. You can still trade them to your friends and whoever else later. We're not going to take that stuff away.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's been a great event. It's been a wonderful event. Do you want to give an update on like the final total that we all raised together?
Do you have that number?
I have not today. I know that we were up to around $11,500 US dollars. So,
awesome.
as I think I mentioned before, we sort of did some back of the napkin math, thinking that like the cost to grant one of the kids a wish is probably somewhere between $7,000 to $10,000 US dollars. So, the fact that we can really officially say the community, like we can really have some faith that we were able to fund at least one wish for a child is an amazing thing.
So awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
wonderful.
the community did an awesome job. Like, they're so generous, and everybody just gave what they could.
And generous with their time too. All of our
Exactly,
awesome
yeah.
streamers that
Oh yeah.
helped out with
Thank you,
marathon
guys.
length streams and just putting out a ton of effort, just publicizing, getting the word out, doing streams, participating, and helping out.
No matter the time zone, that was
Yep.
awesome.
Yeah.
Like, everybody just got together, and they were hosting each other and letting each other know about like who was streaming next and where to get all these cool mittens. And
Yep.
I don't know, it was really touched my heart. And also the Mr. Creativerse streamer video, putting it all together.
Yep.
That was awesome.
So, since you're looking at a rainbow there, one other thing I want to mention, I don't have a date
go.
yet. I'll just say soon. But we have a change to make the rainbows a little bit more of a permanent fixture. The Rudolphs will not be permanent, but
Yeah.
the
Those are
rainbows, In the nearish future, the rainbows, you'll start seeing them in the world, and you'll be able to tame them as well. Because that's been one of the really big requests. As soon as people saw them, they wanted to tame the rainbows. And we've heard the cry, and we want to give people the rainbows.
You just dropped an exclusivity update bomb. You heard it here first, folks.
Oh no.
Tameable rainbows.
You're back in the unescapable cage.
Oh, sorry, I laughed. My bad.
Oh, this is worse.
There you go.
Sorry, what? I missed the whole news.
Wow, you really are aging fast. You're just not even listening to what people are saying.
I don't even know what we were talking about.
Tameable rainbows.
Tameable rainbows.
And rainbows sticking around year-round in the appropriate biome.
There will be a small window of time where they will go away, but in one of our upcoming little releases, they will become a permanent fixture of the world.
It's awesome. And in large part, thanks to you guys for being so passionate about your love for Rainbow and wanting to tame it. So thank you for your feedback.
Yes.
As always.
Have you guys mentioned the Thank You promo code yet? Because that's still active, isn't it?
I don't know if that's... Oh, wait. Is that still active?
I think it's still active. I want to say it was active until
Let me double
tomorrow?
check. That's right. That's right. You told me to set it up that way, and I remember specifically going in and changing it so that it would last until that time. I'm going to double check right now.
And if it is active, you'll be able to tell us how many people have redeemed it.
Yes.
Which I love doing.
One of your favorite
You
activities.
do. It really gives you joy, like no other I've seen.
I do a what?
It really gives you joy like no other joy I've seen from you.
Playful's mission is to bring joy to the world, and Playful brings me joy in this way.
All I gotta do is just give you numbers.
Oh, Mr. Fluffy, Random Insanity. Hi, guys. Welcome, welcome.
Yes.
Yeah, it's active.
It is active, and
How are we doing on it?
1,944 people have claimed the code. I think we still have it loaded up if you want to flash it again.
What is it?
The overlay for the promo code?
Thank you.
There it is.
I'll
Beautiful.
leave it on for a while.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh,
Welcome to
I may have said that
Nighttime.
wrong. Strange Craft. It's nearly 2,000 people, not nearly 20,000.
I'd like it to
Remove
be
the zero.
20,000.
Yeah, we can get it there if all of you tell your friends to go get the code today.
Today. For my
And
birthday.
check out this castle.
This is great. This is Illegal's
Beefy.
Castle on Playfulverse. Somebody is Max's friend. That's great. It's good to see friendship.
Yeah.
Still a thing?
It's out there.
I don't know. Randy threw away my friendship bracelets. I'm kind of mad at him.
No, I didn't. Brian was telling you lies.
Wait, you've got a friendship bracelet?
Yes.
Oh no!
And I don't have one?
Hey, it was her gift to me.
What?
Don't look at me.
What? Barbara.
Fun. They still haven't come in from Etsy. That's why.
Okay.
Ooh.
It's her birthday. Let's give her a pass.
Okay.
Okay.
If it's from Etsy, it technically means that you're friends with the person that you bought it from on Etsy that made it. That's the rule
Yeah, I have somebody.
of friendship bracelets.
That logic is sound.
Yeah.
This is like high school where I have to pay for my friends then.
We all have to pay for our friends in the end.
So dark.
I know. Just kidding.
You're here at this dark castle. It's just it's influencing our mood, I think.
You know, but
places
it's
we
true.
go to. All of us.
You make an investment in people, and they invest in you. It's just how life works. You can call it dark, or you can call it
Friendship margins.
worth the effort.
Well, I do love all of you, though. So. Friendship bracelet or not.
Apparently, all of you are getting a gift from Barbara from Etsy.
It's called an email subscription.
Oh, no.
Sent is the invoice.
Oh, that's really neat. Check this out.
Oh.
Like
That's
the under
cool.
area.
You do love the Lumites.
What block is that? Is that just Lumite, the block that's up above? That is.
This
That's
one
like
is
dark
Lumite.
Lumite or something.
Yeah.
But here's
Got
the red
lamps. furnace
stained glass.
grates, I think. Blue stained glass.
Right there.
I see some red stained glass down there.
The red lamps are really just like giving us an eerie.
Yeah, whenever I see the stained glass used, I just want people to go revisit their build and add in some of those holiday snowflake glass because it just perfectly augments that set, which is that set was one of the original ones that was, in R1 of Creativerse. The stained glass was one of the block bundles from then, and so I've seen so many builds with that set over the years.
I love doing that thing where you combine like stained glass with the color light and just make it even more glowy. And
The stained glass was definitely something that we heard was a pretty big hit
Yeah.
for the holiday, the additional ones. And Mr. David, would you like another probably first time we're talking about some stuff coming up in the future?
Ooh.
I think that
I don't
our
think people really care.
viewers
or
would
wanna
like
know.
it even more than I would. So if you want to tell them,
So-
wait, you could ask them.
I don't even know what's going on.
You could ask them, hey, somebody say if you want to hear another upcoming tidbit piece of news, and Brian will say
I
it.
feel like
Yeah,
we're playing
you just
with
let me know.
gods.
The real question is, do I even
Oh,
know
burrito
what this news is?
tortillas.
Do
I
you
love
know
that.
That's
what
what to
it is?
say.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Mr. Fluffy NL says yes.
Okay, we'll just. Okay, more. I was gonna say it's more than one person. Fine, I'll just slack it over to.
As always, Mr. Fluffy just speaks for everyone. That's just how things go.
So with everything, Elfi is coming to an end, and whenever there's an end, there's also a new beginning. So in the next few weeks, we don't know an exact date yet because we're honestly just not done with it. Looking at probably around mid-February, we will have some new content that is very fitting for that part of the month. If you know around what's middle February, David. Come on, you're married.
Arbor
you
Day?
should know this.
Solstice.
February 22nd, because there are 44 days in February, right?
No, I was in a supermarket
There's
today.
44 days. What?
It's the longest month.
What is happening right now?
Alternate universe time.
And I see everyone saying Valentine's, and that is part of the theme, yes. But
It's Valentina Day.
Valentina Day, okay.
Which
Everything has
is your
face on it.
nickname.
Yes.
So it's going to be
It's perfect for your
it's your
call.
month.
It's my other name.
So there will be some, I'll say, more Valentine's-ish types of things that we are making now that I'm pretty excited about that will make it in. We are trying to see if there's a possibility, possibly maybe some more stained glass, but more, that type of a theme and see what we can do there too. The other thing that I would like to mention to everyone in the community, there's been a lot of talk over the past, very recently, but also for a little bit over the past little bit about some performance issues that we've had, and we've been trying to combat them here and there and try and knock them down as much as we get them. There's been enough that we've sort of said, okay, enough of just trying to sort of swat the flies and band-aid some things. Our engineers are head down for the next week doing nothing but trying to fix performance issues within the game. So you're going to start seeing some hot fixes, and like when you load up the game, there'll be some new loads within Steam. That's our attempt to try and get to the bottom of some of the performance problems that we've been having. We're probably not going to be able to get all of them, but we're going to try and get the big ones in there, and then we'll combat it as we go. But that is our main focus right now, just so everyone knows, because I know that's been something that's been plaguing us for a little bit, and we are taking it seriously. So
That's awesome to hear, and I'm glad that we could share that with folks today. Is there any is there any suggestions you'd give to players who are running into these issues? Is there anything they can do to help us in hunting down those things, or do you think we have a handle
Well,
on
we
it?
added something new. I
Yeah,
think that would
that
help
was-
with that.
Barb, do you want to talk about it?
Yeah.
We just added some, our engineers just added some more verbose logging. Barb, you want to show?
Yeah.
So if you're having issues and you send a support ticket, it would be really helpful for you
It's
to
in game settings.
turn on the logging that we've
It's
added.
in controls.
So you go
Yeah.
here, and then it'll be
Very bottom.
right there. At the
Advanced
bottom.
logging. That'll give us a ton of information to help debug, because as you can imagine, there's so many variables within this game that it's really hard for a few people just to like reproduce the exact same thing to really get to the bottom of it. This will really help us. The one thing to note is don't keep this on all the time because it spends a lot of compute cycles trying to really write to log files and look at a lot of stuff. It may actually impact your performance. So ironically, if you're having bad performance, turn it on, it will impact your performance, but it'll give us the logs and the information that we need to try and really get to it a little bit sooner. We're also trying to do some things server side just for more granular information that will automatically send us a bunch of information on, on usage so that we can be a little bit more proactive in the future of things that are possibly happening. The other thing that we've been talking about is giving world owners the ability to reset their worlds, to shut them down individually and restart them. If they are having some like load issues or whatever, just being able to wipe that out. So giving world owners a little bit more control, I think, is another thing we're going to look at doing.
Cool.
Now, Brian, what about the rumor that the advanced logging option helps you pick up Cragwood logs 5 times faster? Is that any truth to that rumor?
Did you just tell everyone the secret?
Well, I guess I'll have to discover it. We'll see. It could have been a false rumor.
Or the rumor, like you turn that on and something happens with the mysterious bubble.
Oh man, don't even get that rumor started.
Oh no, I don't want to go there.
Did that just happen? Whoops.
So what's going on?
What's up?
Anything?
Oh.
I don't know. I can't see on the little.
I
Can't
think
see him. You should just pop up.
for now.
I teased in the background a little bit.
You just like
Try not to hit the fancy microphone stand.
Oh, yeah.
We have had a new visitor. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Sam, former artist on Creativerse.
Wait, you're a former artist and you're on Creativerse?
I'm the artist formerly that was on Creativerse, now
There you
known
go.
as Sam.
But also,
That's pretty good, actually.
For people who have been watching
Well done.
a couple of streams ago, it was a Playfulverse, I think. Sam is the one that has ruined our new carpet with spilled coffee.
What? Whoa.
It was you. It was you.
Is that
Sam,
true,
get in the
Sam?
window here.
There's no way to christen a new building other than like tossing your wake-up juice right on the floor.
Wake up juice.
I might have beat you to it. In
Can
the
you?
first week, I was walking up the stairs and I tripped and fell and spilled my lunch all over the stairs.
Oh.
So it's
Your
like
lunch?
it's like a new ship when you break a champagne bottle
Yeah.
on it. Yeah.
And you knew at that moment, that
Yeah.
very moment, that the building was safe and secure for everybody to use.
Yep.
You know what? I just want to say to everyone watching, this is why we don't have nice things.
Yeah,
That might be
right.
true.
So that was like, what, a month in?
Yeah, not even.
Probably an hour.
I just wanted to pop in because Calkins has been telling me, for someone who worked on Creativerse for so long, it's been a shame not to have me on a live stream.
Yeah.
And I saw y'all doing your fine work and was like, perfect time while they're giving the players like important notes to come and derail them.
Thank
Yeah,
you so
completely.
much.
You're really good at
really do
derailing
appreciate it. It only took like asking you 10 times.
I might have a thing or two to do every day here.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean work?
I don't like to call it that.
What do you call it?
Animation, specifically.
Okay.
You are very animated.
So we have a question. Sam, what did you make in the game?
Oof.
What would you say you do here?
Well, that was a good setup. Thanks to whoever asked that. My time on Creativerse, though, was spent as an art lead. So I kind of oversaw, I would say the era of the industrial set, I want to say. Through the sci-fi set, all the way up through the redoing of the characters. So if you guys see any of that stuff and like it, I'll take a pat on the back. If you don't like it, I'll blame somebody else for all that work.
That's my role.
And that's not to say that I did all that work myself. I just was the art lead through that phase, basically.
Okay. Random Insanity got it. Office Space. What does it
Thank
say
you. I was going to say
What
that.
does it
I
say
wasn't
you
sure.
do here?
What exactly? Well,
I send memos out. I make sure cover sheets are in order.
Do you come in on Saturday?
And I do make sure people come in on Saturday. I actually will be coming on Saturday. I know live. Like, oh my God, how relevant is that? Yeah, I actually will be up here on Saturday. So, thanks, Lumbergs of the world.
The best version of that was a Simpsons episode that he didn't want to go on Friday and said, if you don't come in Friday, don't come in Monday. And Homer Simpson's like, woo, 4-day weekend.
Yeah. Way to do a knowing nod. I might be a Simpsons
Old
fan.
fish bulb.
Yes. And manufacturing concern. Another great episode. Well, that's all I'll do for bombarding y'all.
Completely just hijacked the stream.
Yeah, I'll let Calkins get back in here.
Stick around. Just stick around.
I might have something to do.
You might have something to do.
I might have something to do.
Okay.
See,
What?
we all already sang happy birthday to Barbara, but you weren't there, so now
You have to do it by yourself.
I feel like you kind of have to take up the slack.
An interpretive dance.
To you. Happy birthday.
Jazz hands.
All right.
I can't be as boisterous as I need to be because then, it'll be like a fire alarm in here and people will start to vacate the building. So
Yeah, then you
let's just
make
keep
more
it toned
coffee,
down.
And then you
Yeah.
spill more coffee.
Your magic is too powerful.
Oh, did you guys hear the children screaming in the background?
Oh yeah, someone said, is Playful using child labor? Which no, guys.
No, we're paying them.
Who told you? I mean,
And
no.
then someone said, Mr. Fluffy said, oh, I think it's the in-building kindergarten. Kind of.
That would be nice.
That would be
If we
nice.
had that.
We're all like, that would be nice.
Depending on which
Kids can go
on
program
what stream
and
they
everything.
watch, they literally actually could have heard daycare children in the background. Actually, so.
It does. The funny thing is, you guys have been here longer, but like it doesn't even faze me. Like Playful is very, very family oriented, so like it's not anything out of the norm of seeing Taylor's dog running around or
Yeah.
people having their kids in the office
I
or
brought my stepdaughter in
anything
on
like that.
several occasions. Yeah, absolutely.
It's awesome.
Yeah. This is quite a cool area that we're wandering around here, Barbara.
Yes, this is beautiful.
Is this
It's
Adirani
high-
Reens
It
area?
is, it is.
Because I recognize, I saw that person in
Yeah,
chat,
The dragon. too.
but I saw that Dragon
That
Bridge, which is
Legendary.
well known.
But now, I have personally never been here, but I don't know if this is like building on top of more things or if this part is.
I like how they use the windows to make see-through columns there. That was actually pretty
Look at
pretty
this.
cool.
This is amazing.
I was just thinking about these street lamps, which is, it's like a light, decorative container,
Yes.
and then 4 more entities. I wonder if for our game performance, like, if we had a street lamp that looked like that wasn't like 10 distinct objects piled into one.
That's how we're going to improve performance. We're just going to turn everything off.
Not to mention
Use your imagination.
the industrial plate on the bottom is a base. So
Yeah.
it's got quite a bit going on.
Yeah, that's a pressure plate. That's a machine.
That's crazy.
But no, it's just a slab.
So,
Yeah, that's very cool stuff.
Barbara, JoJo she said a very important question.
What did you-
That's up a little higher. A very important question. In past videos, I've seen amazing dogs in the office. What are their names? This is life-changing.
Dogs, plural.
Well, I'm not so sure about the plurality of that, but there is a company dog, even though the company doesn't own her.
She is her own person.
She
She's
is
a
her
safe
own
space
person.
resource.
She is one of our very talented artists. Taylor, it's her dog named Winnie. And Winnie makes every picture that's ever taken, every website, any brochure, any demo. She's more famous than anyone here.
When he was on our Christmas ornament, this year, if you looked,
That's awesome. Oh my god, that's amazing.
They're literally
She doesn't even know it.
in one of the offices upstairs. There literally is a painting of the dog.
True story. If that wasn't mentioned, I'd be
Framed.
remiss.
We did
Hung
put
up.
the
Yeah.
See, now if
Probably
we had a
the most
blog,
regal
I would go
thing.
back and I would post that to the blog.
Yeah.
yeah.
Quality content.
You know, David, we talked about when we moved into this office that it'd be neat to show off sort of a tour or give people a glimpse at more of it than just this one little corner. We should think about doing that because, like the Winnie portrait, there's a lot of cool stuff to be seen, and we're really kind of settling in home here now. This cool artwork on the walls. I love walking this little hallway over kind of on the other side that's got giant Leafy, Rambo, and QB. So the little, I go out of my way to walk down that hallway instead of going the other corner, just because I like the Creativerse hallway.
Maybe we could do a roaming reporter stream one day.
We could, and I really, Brainslot, you have painted such a beautiful word picture of the space inside
Master
Playful
work.
Studios. You have whetted the appetite of our viewers, and I think, thank you for volunteering, for organizing that live stream.
I just have a
I look
question.
forward to participating.
Can you blur out our faces though in real time?
Only if you need to be in witness protection.
Like you're doing that right now, right?
Also,
no, you have to start talking like this.
Hold on. Can I do like a slow creep out of it?
also people have been asking for.
Bye, America.
Thank you
The
for
world.
joining
Oh,
us.
bye, Sam. I'm lonely. Who's in the hot seat?
There you go. I'll come up.
Okay. We also have people asking us for like a blueprint, essentially, like an actual blueprint of our office space.
I saw some of these comments on our forum.
I don't know if
Someone
I'm
is-
willing to give people that.
That
I don't know.
seems
why,
like
why
a
do, why
lot
do
of
you,
The
information.
firefighter's like, what?
seems like there's a plot there that I don't really want to.
Well, so here's what I'll say. So this person is trying to build our office, which there's been a few photos of it. It's new. It's been in the news, our local news and stuff. And so people have seen at least the outside of it. And so this person was wondering, hey, how far back do the stairs go when you walk in? So only thing I'll say, from the door is probably 7-8 steps to the little front desk, and then there's the stairs there, and the secret there is behind the stairs, and you can walk behind them, and then there's some empty space before you get to the you think of it as like unfinished storage space, and so the back wall isn't the inhabitable space. So take that little bit of information now, and I expect a perfect replica of our office. Thank you. Thanks in advance.
This is actually a good time to bring up the fact that we have in virtual reality an exact replica of our building that the architects used to show what they were coming up with to us as they were building it. We don't have our Oculus thing set up right now, so we probably couldn't do it right now. But at some point in a future stream, we could just fire up that app and show people around, and then they could start building.
Can we edit that app and add the coffee stains now that have been added?
They get into the
I think
texture
that would-
We'll
files.
make it
That would
into
be
a
critical.
game, like find the coffee stain.
Yeah.
Well, it's critical. We need those coffee stains in
We're
there.
actually
Man, look
on
at
the
this
Dragon
area.
Bridge right now.
Oh, that's the inside of it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even have imagined that it looked like
Isn't
that.
crazy?
That is
I'm
wild.
like on the spine. That's.
That is
Oh wait.
really
I'm
wild.
back up here so you can see
Stairs
that.
to a pit.
A bit of death.
Yeah.
The game in VR would be really interesting. I think we had it running in VR at some point, didn't we not? Like as a test sometime.
Yeah, there was like a really brief test.
Yeah. And then everyone got really sick from all the
It was-
movement.
And we haven't talked about it too much, but yeah, I mean, we've had it working at various moments.
Yeah, it wasn't like anything that was like production ready or anything like
Right.
that. It was just playing around to see.
I think the last working version was like 3 years ago, maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah. Well, since I don't think it hurts anything to bring up a couple of our blueprints were created using that tool when it was working.
That's right. That's
The
right.
Colossal Castle and the robot, Robo Retreat, were both built in VR. And with this, it was a super janky cobbled together Creativerse, creatures don't work, just turn it off. Turn off creatures, turn off crafting, turn off all the simulations, but just having that work. And one of our artists, Nick, built both those blueprints using that VR tool. It was pretty cool.
An artist who I have personally asked at least 30 times to come on live stream, and it's been denied every single time. We will get him one of these times.
He's been on before.
Has he?
I think the launch
Just not with
stream he
you.
came on.
Oh, the launch stream. Everybody was on.
Because he had his gauntlet, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Which
Yeah.
didn't he make it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He also made his own like Groot costume for Halloween.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
That was amazing. It looked exactly like Groot walked out of the movie and into our studio.
I think you can see that on our Twitter. We posted
Yeah.
some photos on the Playful Twitter. Playful Corp. We posted some photos from Halloween,
We
including
were having
his.
a little Halloween contest. I came
Yeah.
in, I had just store bought like onesie costume thing, and I liked it. And then Nick comes in, and I look at Randy, and I go, "Forget this. Just call the whole contest off. This isn't even worth
Go
it."
change.
I recognize this area. I think this was an entry in. I'm thinking the party pad contest because it's got those lights.
Yeah.
So kind of a Roman type party pad, very classic, and then it's got disco lights. I think this was the entry in that contest, so therefore it's probably a blueprint. Should be because that was a blueprint contest, in fact.
Looks great.
Since we last brought it up, we have had 16 people claim thank you.
Nice.
So thank you.
So, in the spirit of sharing information, I'm actually kind of curious.
This is going to be like our tell-all episode.
It might be.
It's
It might
like
be.
The Bachelor's tell-all.
Confessions.
Not that I watched that show.
Rose.
But no, I was actually kind of curious for the people that are watching the stream, how much they like mushrooms. In Creativerse, how much they like mushrooms.
I'm like, where is this going?
Okay, lead the way.
Mushroom. Is that because
Is there something you wanted to add to that, or just is that the question?
Well, that's the question to start with. I'm just kind of curious.
Okay.
I like mushrooms because they're a fun guy.
Hey,
We have a dad here.
Whenever I get to use dad jokes, it's a good day.
Mushrooms, you know, they give you a little health back.
Yeah.
They're heal over time, which is nice. You can use them in some recipes. I like that about mushrooms. Mushroom sandwich is underrated recipe. It's very easy to craft and gives you like a long-lasting health regeneration.
So,
it's surprisingly powerful.
Uzvada says they want faster spawning on mushrooms. Bad XX Dawn says I almost never use mushrooms in game. Zelathan says I wish I could plant them. I'm so sorry. I am terrible at pronouncing names. Jojo says she would like mushrooms to regrow. And there's a few more comments in there. People are really starting to lean into the mushroom discourse.
Okay. Well,
it's really starting to sprout.
I'm not. If Brian's anywhere, I'm not going to be anywhere he is. So, in the vein of mushrooms, I can't remember where I first saw the request, but one of the other things in the coming soon TM is the addition of mushroom spores. So you can collect mushroom spores and then you can plant them and grow mushrooms, just like you could other crops.
Nice.
That is awesome, and that is also a feature that
when is that
we
coming?
made
TM soon.
TM soon.
TM soon.
That's a feature you guys brought that back from the dead, because that was like 3 years ago. They were building these I saw concept art of mushroom spores, and it never went anywhere. And so you're saying that did you stumble upon the concept art? Have you seen the?
I didn't even know there was concept art.
Okay, we have mushroom spores, and apparently they are already in the JSON file.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you really getting in the weeds now?
Yeah, we are.
It's great. It's a great game.
Yeah, you might want to check that out if you're going to be working on spores. There's some stuff you can build on, maybe possibly.
Okay.
It's beautiful.
That's very cool, because one of the things that can't be done with mushrooms right now, they can be put on decorative containers, but you can't place them in your world and say, I want glowing mushrooms to be here, part of my above ground grotto or whatever you're building.
Yeah.
And so being able to use dirt and the growth system to get those in place for you is really cool.
Yeah.
Opens a lot of options. And more mushrooms to eat.
Yes.
For health.
Especially if you want to make potions with them or something. Yeah. Make that process a little easier.
Yeah, the really, I like how we're teasing some cool stuff that's coming up, some stuff to look forward to. And in case you weren't listening or didn't hear this part of the conversation, in addition to that, just some really exciting work going on by our engineering team, going heads down and trying to make as many gains on bug fixes and performance issues really as possible. The heavy area of focus right now. So that's also going on in addition to these cool things. What's nice is that stuff is really firmly under the umbrella of engineers, and so they can focus on that while designers and artisan folks can work on getting cool, fun stuff into the game, like mushroom spores or returning tameable Rambo.
Yep.
So, oh gosh, I was going to say something and then I completely spaced out. Oh, you brought up the performance stuff. I'd love to just do one more time a shout out to the logging feature, which if you want to help us track down some of these performance things, Barbara, if you don't mind showing In the game settings, go to controls. Right down here at the end, you click on advanced logging. That will spin up a lot of processes that will help us identify. It'll send some extra data to us to help us identify where these performance issues lie and how we can fix them. And as these guys have said, if you turn it on, don't leave it on because it will use more of your computer's memory to do it.
To be clear, that's dumping it out to your output log, which you then need to send to us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes. Right now,
That's a good distinction to make. This is not an automatic process.
Right.
Right, and we are looking, just so everyone knows, like we are very much looking at ways to automate all of this stuff for everybody. Apologize, it's a little convoluted right now, but we thought we would be able to debug a lot of this stuff on our own and going back and forth, and then we realized, I think, we are frustrating more people just by asking for more information and the time span of replying to email, and we didn't want it to seem like we're not really taking this stuff seriously. So one of our engineers came up with the awesome idea to put this in. Every time you send in a support ticket, please be as specific, even if you think you're being overly specific, as specific as possible. Like, where were you in the world? Even screenshots if you can. All of that stuff really, really helps us try and get to the bottom of it. If we get stuff like, "Hey, it's slow," and then that's all we get, it's like, well, we don't really know what to do with that.
Yeah.
We can take some guesses, but usually they're not the right guesses.
It just makes the detective work that much easier, and it saves everybody this going back and forth. That way that we can actually address your issue and you're not going to have to wait for a response time of please send this, and it'll be able to make things easier for everyone. So.
Yeah, if you're really passionate about helping us find and figure that stuff out, get in touch with us on the forums or through our support email, and we will help you figure out exactly where that output log file lives so that you can send it to us.
Another good way to get in touch with us with that stuff is join our sneak preview group, because then you'll get access to our Discord channel where developers are always hanging out, and that's nice because it's an instant back and forth rather than sending support tickets, which goes through email, and then there's always some delay associated with that. You'll be there in a chat room with other developers, and we can ask you for your log. You can just chunk it at us, and it does kind of expedite that process a bit. And plus, then you get early access whenever we're ready to test cool new features and stuff.
How can people join our sneak preview group?
Well, Barbara, the best way is to email us at support@playfulcorp.com, right?
And the only real rule that we have is once you're in the club, you don't talk about it.
Yeah.
It's like our own private club.
Barbara's big on rules, and if you break them, she will find you. But that is support@playfulcorp.com. Send us an email. We'll get you in the group.
Same with any kind of, obviously, any other issues that you guys have. If you post on Twitter and Instagram, that's really great. But the place that you really want to send it all is to support. That way, we can actually address your problem there. So
Yeah.
Makes it just a little more easy.
So I just saw in your world chat, Barbara, that Adirani said teleport to Adirani Reen and then turn in a full circle.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I didn't see that.
So there might be something that we've missed so far.
Apparently, we always miss something. She will break your legs. No. I don't think I'm strong enough to break something.
Cool. Hang on. Feel free.
Oh, look at that. So there's just a bird's eye view of this entire.
Great.
Man, this is wild.
Wow.
This is beautiful.
I love seeing Adirani Reen post. You post a lot of pictures to our Steam Hub. Thank you so much for that, because I just love seeing them. The stuff you make is amazing. Question is, how many people are helping you with this stuff, or are you doing it by yourself?
David, you said something earlier about, look at the beautiful game you made, but really, we think about it, I know I do at least, as it's more of just a kit of paints or a toolbox of creation tools. And so we put that out, and then we can't possibly imagine. There's been times when we'll see screenshots and we're like, what game is that? That looks awesome. And then it's literally happened, and then, oh wait, that's Creativerse. Someone built a huge space station, or built, that it's at such a grand scale that you lose the grid of the cubic the voxel building, and it just looks like this amazing model in the world just with the tools that we provided. So that's really the constant surprise and gratification we get of seeing that stuff is awesome.
I think that's an important distinction, and I'm happy to have you correct me on that, because you guys, the players, are the real heroes of Creativerse. It's your creativity that inspires us every day. So thank you guys for playing. Thank you so much. And thank you for sharing what you're doing in the game with us. We love it.
I think that's a good note to...
You want to switch back to the other camera?
Yeah. While you're switching back, I just had a thought that if you're wearing the soft, fluffy mitten gauntlet, it feels like your ground smash should be just a little softer, more friendly.
How do you know it's soft?
I'm imagining it just from the look it has. It looks like it's just a...
It could be painted steel wool.
Steel wool.
This guy.
All right, well, I stand corrected.
Like
It's the most
itchy
powerful
yarn or
one.
something.
You are talking to the senior lead designer of the game right now. So
He just called you old again.
Hey, I'll take it.
distinguished, not old.
I don't have enough gray in my beard to be old.
I've heard it both ways.
Our camera's kind of blurry. Is that a thing? Are you guys seeing that?
Oh,
I thought it was just my eyes.
Okay.
Now we're on camera too.
Yeah.
we just all assume we have.
We are
Camera 1, camera 2, camera 1.
I'm on the wrong way.
There we go. Hey, what's up, guys?
There we go.
Thank you guys so much for joining Playfulverse number 25.
25. That's impressive. I mean, and we've managed to keep up a pretty good cadence of every 2 weeks, with some exceptions, holiday breaks, or maybe if we have a big release that there's a release stream and then we don't want to do a Playfulverse right the day after or something. But so that would suggest to me, if my math is correct, that we've been doing this for at least about 10 years. I get no. Okay, sorry. At least a year.
Usually you are very good with math.
No. I just ripped
Just
that
not in this case.
Not in this case. Are there any particular questions we missed that you want to call out? Lord Caffeine, you've missed so many streams on Creativerse. Don't worry. In fact, if you want, you can go back and watch all of them.
Have a marathon day
On our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And thank you everyone for letting us visit your worlds. It's always inspiring, and it makes me kind of jealous that we don't have, all that, I don't know, all those builds on our worlds. So, but thank you for sharing.
Playfulverse is everyone's world.
That's
Barbara.
true.
I think that's, you set people up really nicely for your eventual cult.
Yes.
Now they know what you want. So
Cool.
that's good.
Just for myself.
If you guys have any suggestions on what title I should title this stream, let us know in the chats. I usually just pick something random that we talked about as the title. But if you want to suggest something fun, then I'll take that into consideration.
Maybe something how you guys all agree with me that thumbs up are just not nice, and we should use different
I don't think that's the
emojis.
thing.
Yeah,
I don't think that was the theme of the.
We don't like them.
The
You could
Playfulverse.
title it Happy Birthday, Barbara.
We could, yeah.
I want to know why thumbs up aren't nice.
The Facebook
Because
thumbs
you
up,
can
it's
turn
just
them
so,
down.
Yeah.
It's so aggressive. It's so passive aggressive.
I'm not sure I found anyone that agrees with you yet, Barbara.
I think they
I'm
just
just
need
trying to
some
figure that-
time, and they'll get back to me. No. I hate all of you. Positive aggression. Yes.
All right. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. This has been a tremendous Playfulverse number 25. Here's to the next 25,000. We'll all be dead.
Oh, wow. That's a big grim note to end on there.
Wow, we were really blowing out our mic. Look, did you see it turn red?
That's me. I'm laughing too boisterously.
I can tell Stephen Hurd Brain Sloth is desperate to end the stream, so let's keep it going for another 25,000 minutes.
Let's do it.
No. Thank you guys so much. We do have to get back to work, so we will see you
Especially
next
me.
time.
Bye.
Later, y'all.
Bye.
go ahead and turn that off. Wait, did I push the right button? No.
It'd be hilarious if we're still streaming.
Hello?
I think I accidentally. Oops. Yeah. Sorry, my bad.
Hi.
Are we really still streaming?
We're still streaming.
That is hilarious. That
What do
is
you want to tell
hilarious.
people?
We're gonna do jumping jacks.
Oh, we came back to tell you. We're back to tell you guys now that we're here.
Creativerse.
We're gonna call this stream the what is it?
Valentina's cult of thumbs up.
No thumbs up.
No thumbs up. I forgot my
That's-
position.
Whoever said that, you won
You rock.
the stream title race. And now we're really going offline. So
Goodbye.
Bye.